it's Mahomes. It's caught outright by Graham. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Derrick Henry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun. Gone. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second and 10. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. To throw on second down is gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's Goff now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing on third. Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Goff. Incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and it's third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. From the gun on third down, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Black 58 rail. Ace.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Mahomes now on first down. And the Reds got it. They bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Mahomes now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Mahomes takes it himself, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ballgame.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's gone. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open space inside the 10. Kansas City touchdown. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. But even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for gone. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now gone. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Gone. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Kupp. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And out come the Chiefs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Green 90. Green 90.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Nate Gary.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And that's caught by Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have...
And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The intercept. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one.
Yeah, I seen that shit, bro. I know the ring is mad as fuck right there.
A touchback is at Sales.
I know he is. That shit was funny as fuck.
Offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it doesn't really good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on second down is gone. And he gets it to C.J. Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun. Gone. He goes underneath for Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air. I
agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. on 2nd and 10.
Brandon Cooks can't get off the line.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 36 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Orange.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Like my chances, my nigga.
So the lead trimmed down to 8. And it's away. Fielded about a yard deep.
That's touchdown. That's touchdown, my nigga.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
This shit over.
Time for a break.
This shit over, my nigga.
See what transpires.
That's my little tight ass shirt. This shit over. This shit over, my nigga.
This is Henry.
Beast from the east, nigga.
First times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go,
Beast from the east, my nigga.
Into the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, my nigga. Can't fuck with me.
Now it's Henry.
Oh!
Down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard
Derrick
line.
Henry.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Ain't no secret, my nigga. Ain't no
Ain't
secret what we doing over here, my nigga. Derrick Henry.
Often alters
Ain't no
the normal
secret, my
spacing and
nigga.
run fits.
Shit
Makes
over.
creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The
I ain't
Chiefs
gonna
on
run the clock
3rd
out.
down.
You ain't
They
gonna
hit
score me no way,
50%,
nigga.
3 of 6 to this
You ain't
point.
scoring on me no way,
Derrick's
nigga.
3rd and 2.
I got bad feeling one of these just told you my plays.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He needed 2, he
over,
got
my
1,
nigga.
and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Fuck that, we're gonna play it safe though. Got a little bit of that time run out. Run, fellas. Bounce right back. Bounce right back off 2 L's. The Browns give me a forced L because he know he can't fuck with me. I hope you watching it, Browns. You can't fuck with me. That's why you gave me a forced L. Took the easy way out. I'm gonna bust your ass on this corny ass all pro shit. I slow that shit though, man.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I can't wait till I see the Browns
So
get me
barring
fucking
something
cooked. Nigga, you know
extraordinary here
I'm
in the
boot me out this
closing
league when I'm done
stages,
with
that
you,
field
nigga.
goal should just about put
You
this
don't
one
want
on
to beat me
ice.
when I'm done with you,
We've
nigga.
got 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet.
Oh,
It can
fuck
be
that,
done.
man. Ain't none of
It's
y'all
gonna be a
niggas
little bit of
fuck
a
with
stretch
me.
for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And now went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Dancing to his left.
What's he going to do, man?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
About to get your man hurt over a game don't even matter no more, my nigga.
Up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10.
Bet not.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball.
Shit over, my nigga.
But let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
Shit over.
But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.